from RTO here, and welcome to a one-off album review, where we just look at them albums that the band only made one of, and that was it. So today we're looking at an album that was released in 1985 by a band called Partners in Crime, and the album is called Organised Crime. Now this band is made up of people from other bands. So on drums from Status Quo we have John Coughlin. On keyboards from Wildfire we have Mark Vanch. On guitars from the Yardbirds and Mott the Hoople we have Ray Majors. On vocals from a Manfred Man's Earth Band we have Noel McCallagh, and throw in Mac McCaffrey on bass. So they are a bit an unusual combination of people, but yeah, I only got this because I knew John was on it. But when I picked up the album, you go, wow, Ray Majors and Noel McCallagh, well, this is going to be good. So, this album opens up with a track called Hollywood Dreams. Now, this is very 80s rock, okay, 80s production. But this has got a really catchy tune. And I like Noel's vocals on this. The drumming from John is pretty good. He's a great drummer. And this is my favourite track on this album. Even the keyboard, although it's got that tacky 80s thing, it actually all works. The guitar work from Ray is good. I mean, Ray's a great guitarist. So you're going to have some good little licks in there. So yeah, that's a good track. Then we get a track called Miracles. Take the keyboard out because it's very 80s, but look at the other bits of this song. The bass line from this guy, Mac McCaffrey, who I couldn't find who he'd played with. I'm sure he was just a session musician, but a great bass line. And Noel's vocals, he's a really good singer, is Noel. And it's just a really nice song. It's got a bit of punch to it. Third track on here is called Fools. It's a little bit wishy-washy, to be quite honest. But the positive of it is the vocal from Noel McCallagh. Absolutely wonderful voice. Then we get Hold On. Right. This sort of, the music sounds like the Yes, Hold On, but the words are just a little bit different. I don't know who did it first, because how they not did it first, but how did they get away with it using the tune from Yes and put some different words to it? It works. I like it. It's got a great guitar solo from Ray in it. There we go. A bit different. Gypsy Tricks. This is a great track. Great guitar work from Ray. Some really good stuff. Solid drumming from Mr. Coughlin. Very good track. Then we get Heat of the Night. An 80s rock track. A great, interesting arrangement. And some great guitar riffs. It's really good. Then we have a track I'm not keen on. It's called No Way Out of Here. Very 80s. Sound not very good. Then we get a track called I Can't Forget. Great guitar solo from Ray. Okay, it's an very mid-80s album track, but it's really good. If you take it from when it came out, it sounded really good. Great vocals, great drumming. It's just really, really good. And then we get What Does It Take? Very catchy tune. I've heard worse than this. Okay, it's got that horrible synth sound that I'm not keen on, but the rest of the song is great. Then she's got the eyes. This hasn't dated very well, very 80s, but it's got an incredible riff from Ray and a good solo, so it's not too bad. Okay, as I said, I only brought this because it's got John Coghlan on it from Status Quo, and it's the first thing he'd released since he'd left Status Quo. But then, you know, your Ray Mangers is a good guitar player. Honestly, this album, I bought it purely because of John Coghlan. Would I have brought it if it weren't in it? I don't know, probably not. But to be quite honest, when I do put it on, I do enjoy listening to it. It's probably a bit of a guilty pleasure for me. And it's just nice to have something that I don't know if it's about now, but you know, I've luckily got my copy. And it's just part of the Quo sort of history of people in Quo. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10 because it is very 80s, but I just like it. I think it's just interesting. So, okay, that's it for the week. Busy week, as usual. So I'm going to have the weekend off because I have got a busy weekend next week. So I'll be back on Monday, and we've got the final part of the Gary Moore story. And we're going to look at the collaboration albums that he did with various people. And then we've got a great classic album from one of the bands I think that sort of invented electronic music, and that's Kraftwerk and their fantastic album Autobahn. So all it leaves me to say is have a great weekend, everybody. And once again, thank you very much for your support on the channel. It is always really appreciated. And thank you for all those that sort of support me within the community. So I will see you all on Monday and have a super weekend. Bye for now.